Okay, so this is lesson 4 in the web development strategy course, and this lesson is all about writing deep, informative material. Mark Twain says, "It usually takes me more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech." And isn't that the case? If we want something that's meaningful, that people that sounds good, so people can understand it, it's going to take you a little while to prepare an article. Because you want it to be good. And Google is only looking for the best informative material to index on their front pages, okay? So that's important to remember. So the subjects we're going to cover is writing deep content that is indexed, write article and test for indexing rank. So now that you guys are set up on your websites, you're going to start writing these articles and kind of following that format that we talked about yesterday, with where you make a folder, you put your media in it, you put your keyword phrases in it. And I got keyword phrases for you guys that I'm going to be emailing you so that it'll help you get started on what to write about. Remember your anchor links, your Google Adsense, SERP, which is search engine rank position and indexing. You're going to learn how to back up your website today as well. Okay, so writing deep content that is indexed. We're going to talk about keeping with the theme of your website, okay? So here's a scenario of a multi-business. One business, let's say the same guy or the same girl owns one business, it's about fast cars. But they own another business too, and it's about tasty cakes, okay? Now, the fast cars, the subject material is going to be talking about engines, wheels, drive shafts, and so on and so forth, things of this nature. Now, the tasty cakes, the subject material is going to be about ingredients, cook time, flavors, and whatnot. Now, you notice that these are two entirely different businesses. So, whenever you're thinking about targeted associations, you want to be focused on your subject throughout the theme of your website. If you have two different businesses, you need two different websites, okay? Think about your link strategy within that website, within that particular website. Okay, you only want to link to relevant content with any web page. For instance, if you have a site about fast cars, you don't want to be linking to tasty cakes, okay? You need to be linking to relevant content. You want to use your keyword phrase or anchor links as navigation throughout your website. Okay, this means your navigation buttons as well. And also as well as the links within your articles and descriptions. Okay. Internal links, okay, this is important. Internal links means that you are linking to a page within your website, all right? External links means you're linking to another website altogether. You can use broader terms on your home page, your category page, your tag pages, okay? You can use a little bit broader terms, but you want to use very targeted and focused keyword phrases on article and product description pages. Okay, we're talking about the content there. Now you want to use very targeted phrases to link. Okay, the keyword here is link those pages from your home page, category pages, tag pages. Now we're going to dive in. If you're a little bit unsure, we're going to dive into this a little bit deeper. Okay, so here's our content strategy breakdown. Remember, we're talking about content and then links. Okay, so this first one is content. On the home page, we could use broader phrases within our content. Okay, kind of like web development strategy, Lake Charles, or web development strategy, and then you're talking about that type, or web development in Youngstown, Ohio. Why is web development important? Who does web development? Where can I find, just different broader terms, okay? But on your product pages, okay, you want to use very targeted keywords in your content. For instance, maybe you're creating an article about web development and WordPress in Youngstown, Ohio. Okay, so that's a narrowed down keyword phrase. It's not as broad. If we just say web development, that can include the whole world. But now in our content, on our articles and our pages, we want very focused keywords that relate to our target audience. Okay, Now, the same is true for, your article pages. Whether they're product pages or article pages, we want very targeted keywords in the specific articles. Remember, on your home page, or maybe your about page, your category pages, your tag pages, you can have broader keywords, phrases in the content, but they must relate to what your website is about. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so we talked about the content. Now let's talk about the links, okay? The link strategy breakdown. Now on the home page, you want to use broader keyword phrases, maybe to link to the category page and the tags page, okay? So if you're linking to categories from your home page, you can use a little bit broader keyword phrases. But whenever you're linking to a specific product and article, you want to use very targeted keywords to link to those pages, okay? Now, in the category, you want to use very targeted keywords as well to link to your products. Like if you have a website about products, if you just have a website with articles in the category for those different articles, you want to use very specific keywords to link to those specific articles. Now, let me kind of show you guys a little example on your website here. You notice this web page right here, okay? Web Development Youngstown. Notice this link right here. It's under Recent Posts. Now, I'm on the home page here, but this is a very targeted keyword phrase. Learn about web development strategy. Okay, it's not a very targeted. It should be a very targeted keyword phrase. What would target this down would be learn about web development strategy in Youngstown, Ohio. Okay, so that would be a very targeted keyword phrase that we could link to from our home page. Okay, now these pages up here, remember these are posts and these are pages up here. Maybe this sample page would be like an About Us page. Now you could use broader keyword phrases within this sample page, like maybe instead this would say about web development, or about us, or about Dave, and then maybe this would have some content, but you could use like broader keyword phrases, maybe, well, what got me interested in web development? Why do I like, coding platforms? And what are my interests? What do I like about it? What excites me about this particular career that I'm involved in? Now notice this category, okay? Notice how this is uncategorized. Now you could access this from the home page as well, okay, under categories, but now it's uncategorized. So we would want to have a category in here. Now how we would do that is we go to our dashboard and let's go to that post and learn about web development strategy. Let's click edit here, and we're going to go down here and we're going to add a new category, and we're going to get web development strategy, just like that. Okay, web development strategy, and we're going to click add that. Now we're going to untick this uncategorized, and we're going to update this post. All right, so now let's go back to our home page. And now we notice that under categories, we have web development strategy. Now that is a broad keyword phrase, right? Web development strategy is broad. But that's okay because it's going to a category page. And if I click on that, you'll notice in the URL structure, I have category, and then the category is web development strategy. Now, if I made another post about web development strategy, let me make another post. Let me show you what happens. This is about websites, okay? And maybe I'll just, copy that a couple times in our text. But I'm going to select this category right here, and I'm going to click Publish just like that. All right, and I'm going to go back to the home page. Now, whenever I come down here to categories, and Dave has a category here about web development strategy. Let me see what this is all about. So I click on that. And notice I have learn about web development strategy. This is about websites. Now I'm not getting his other posts that are uncategorized. You see, he has test and hello world there. Okay, I'm not getting that. I'm just getting the ones that are in this category, web development strategy. That's why it's important for you guys to categorize your stuff, because it creates a link strategy. And now that I'm in this category page, if I click about learn about web development strategy, you know, I get some more link juice. I get a good click-through rate because, you know, they're starting from my home page, then they're going to my category page, and then to the specific article. That's CTR, which is click-through rate. And as long as you have relevant content that's good and interesting, these people will do that. Now, Dave, feel free to go back and delete all those posts, you know, that we made on your website. But you know, that's how you'll do it, though. You'll create that link strategy like that. So the categories can have a little bit broader links, but whenever you're linking to specific posts, these should be very specific. So whenever you're making a new post, you want to have a very specific keyword phrase here, okay, and here as well, and then match the category. And if you're unsure about what to name the category, remember our lesson from yesterday where we were talking about, you know, using Google's categories to help us name our categories within our website. That's a great way to do it. Okay, so that's our link strategy breakdown. So on our home page, we want to use broader keyword phrases to link to our categories page and our tags page. Okay, now let me explain to you guys what tags are. All right. Now, let's go back to all posts, and let's go ahead and click this is about websites. You see right down here, tags? Maybe we'll say website here. Let me just add that tag, and now I have tagged that as website. Now let me click update. Let me show you what happens. If I go view post, notice this little tag here. It's about website. And if I click on that, notice the URL structure. Now I tagged this as my keyword phrase is website here. So, you know, this is kind of a broad type. My tag archives under website. So anything that I tagged under website is going to be shown here. Okay, and then I could go to my very specific article about this is about websites in Youngstown, Ohio. That would be this is about websites is not very, it's pretty broad, but if you target it down to Youngstown, Ohio, or this is how to make a an auto auction website. There's a keyword phrase that you can use. How to make a makeup artist website. You know, very targeted keyword phrases. You know, how to make an auto mechanics website. So on and so forth. So we see within the WordPress CMS, we already have dynamic things that are happening to create a great link strategy like we're talking about within our lesson here today. So about the WordPress CMS, as long as you're given your product and article descriptions, targeted keyword phrases, the link structure will automatically be generated. Isn't that nice? So you don't have to be a developer. It creates the link strategy for you as long as you're using the targeted keyword phrase. You can give your category descriptions as as well, and use broader keyword phrases in its content. Okay, so you can link to categories, you know, using a little bit broader keyword phrases, and you could have broader keyword phrases in the content. This is creating a subject field for your website. You want to start by going to search engines like Google and type in something that you want to write about. We're going to use the keyword phrase healthy diets. Okay, we're going to go through an example. We're going to use healthy diets. So when we go and type in healthy diets, we see suggested searches at the bottom of Google. Okay, so if we scroll down the page after we select healthy diets, we're going to see something like this at the bottom. So we can see that all these keyword phrases are related to this keyword. Okay, so we're going to target it on that last one there. See, we're going to target it on healthy fast diets. Now we're going to take this to our keyword planner. Okay, we're going to type in healthy fast diets. Check out our worldwide competition. Okay, and we see that they give us a keyword recommendation of healthy fast diets. We see that our average monthly searches are 40, our competition is medium, but we have a suggested bid that's over $3. Okay, now that $3 seems to be the magic number, $2.99. So you're probably going to have a hard time getting indexed for healthy fast diets in Google. So when I scroll down the page, I see something that I can use, okay, within my Google Keyword Planner. and I see this keyword phrase, healthy fast food meals. All right, and I think, okay, and now look at the searches per month. 720 searches, low competition, and my bid is under $3, which means, you know what, I have a good chance of making it on the first page. There's not too many people bidding on that. This would be a great keyword to capitalize if my website was about healthy eating and healthy lifestyles, okay? So if my website contained that type of content, I'd be good to go. So we want to check out the competition, okay? So that's one of the first things that we want to do. So we're going to go to Google, and we're going to type in the phrase that we want to use. We're going to click on the first organic link that we see, not the sponsored link, but the organic link. This is your top competition for this keyword phrase. So examine the site structure. See if they're using the keyword phrase, you know, like we've been talking about. In the URL, in the title, in the heading tags, within the description, in the image tags and media tags, and see if they're linking to relevant content within their website, okay? Check their Google page rank. See if they have backlinks, okay? We could check all this information. Now, the competition for our keyword phrase, healthy fast food meals, is this site right here, okay? Family Circle. Now, the first thing that I see, I look at that URL, and I see why they're being indexed. They're using healthy fast food. So, obviously, this is Google's best search result that they could display for this keyword phrase, all right? Now, I think that we could do better than this. We got to get rid of that pop-up, and one of the things that we see is our keyword phrase in the title, healthy fast food meals. Okay, so that's why they're being indexed in the #1 position, because they're using that keyword phrase. They also have relevant content within the description, but it's not a very long description, is it? It's kind of short. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is another reason why they're indexing so well is they have so many shares. Look at all the shares on Facebook and Pinterest and so on and so forth. So they got a good social media sharing mechanism kicking in there. Okay, so these would be anchor text. You know, go into the next page and the next page and the next page. Okay, so but those that's not going to that's not really that'll increase their click-through rate. We look at the image. You know, inspect the image, see if it has our keyword phrase in the title tag and the alt tag. And so here's some more text, you know, that's linking to more stuff. You know, if you want to tour around, see what it's like at McDonald's, Burger King, so that they're trying to focus in on these healthy fast food meals. Now, if I click on that link where it says next, you notice I get to page equals to. And we know that permalinks do matter, right? Permalinks matter. And so when they click on that page, they get page 2, which says nothing about, it communicates nothing meaningful to a search engine or to a person. Okay, so let me go back here. You can check backlinks and gather other important information about your competition with the Google Chrome browser extension called PageRank Status. Now, if you have the Google Chrome browser, and you guys can do this later because it's in the course materials for today, what you'll do is you'll go to Tools, Extensions within Google Chrome. Okay, you start with this little thing up there, and Extensions, and then we scroll to the bottom, and we're going to see this little sign, Get More Extensions, okay? And we're going to just type in PageRank Status. And we'll have a little thing that's like this, but we want to, since I already have it installed, it says rate it, but it's going to go free. You'll click that free and install it in your Google Chrome browser, okay? And now you're going to be able to click on it and see something like this, okay? So if we look at the Family Circle, we're going to start analyzing their page rank and so on and so forth. So we see here they got Alexa traffic rank of 49,529. Now we want this number to be as low as possible. Lower is better whenever it comes to this traffic rank as far as Alexa is concerned. The Google page rank, you want that to be as high as possible. The highest I've ever seen this number is 9. And you'll see that on Facebook and Google themselves. They have a page rank of 9. The lowest you'll see is 0. And 0 is not a bad number. 0 is actually good. It just means that the site hasn't been around a while, but you know, Google knows you're there and they're keeping an eye on you. That's what 0 means. 1 is excellent. 1 is really good. So one means, okay, listen, you better start write really good content, and we're going to keep looking at you, making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And 2 means, hey, you're doing a pretty good job, but you know, maybe there's a couple more other things that you could do. So each way, you know, this talks about Google ranks people on their backlinks, their keyword strategy use, and so on and so forth. Everything that you're learning in this course. Now here's our backlinks. Okay, we see Alexa has 1,902 backlinks to this page. Google has 190 backlinks to this page. So we see why this page is doing so good and why it's ranked #1 in Google, even though the content isn't the greatest. Now if we look at these stats, there's different stats that we can look at as well. But don't get hell-bent on all these stats and all these analysis, okay? Only use them as a guide when you're considering writing about your article or your product description. Okay, you can gather some important information. You can use SEO tools to see where they're going wrong and make your article better. The SEO tools is going to tell you how hard you're going to have to work to get to that #1 position. Okay, so let me give you an example. So if we type in WooCommerce variations and swatches, okay, we can see right here in the #1 position is the creator of the plugin. Woo Themes created the plugin called Woo Variations and Swatches. You can see that I'm on here 2 times. Once with my video on YouTube and once with my website, okay? Now, if we look at the WooCommerce, okay, look at their page rank, 1,004 Alexa trick. Remember, we want that number to be low. And they got a Google page rank of 4 on that particular page, which means that they're doing excellent, okay, as far as the page rank status. Look at these backlinks. Alexa, they got 61,000 backlinks to this particular page. And Google, they got 11,100, okay? Look how many search engines are indexing it. I mean, they have a lot of particular search engines that are indexing this specific page, okay? Now look at A1 Website Pro. My Alexa rank is 1,041,080. My Google PageRank status for this particular page is 0, right? Look at my Alexa. I have 43 backlinks from Alexa, 12 from Google to this page, where I'm from Sogo, okay? Now you can see that I have, you know, some pages indexed in Google and the mobile Google search engine as well. But I'm not anywhere near as impressive as the WooCommerce, the creators of the plugin. But I'm getting indexed for that keyword phrase, ain't I? So if you compare them side by side, WooCommerce definitely has better stats than I do for that keyword phrase, according to this tool. But I'm still ranking. I'm right underneath them. Okay, what does the box with the arrow for like Yahoo mean? Okay, let me go back here, Dave. Was it in this section here, Dave? Yeah. That means that if you want information about Yahoo, click this and it'll open a new window. Yeah, that's basically what that says. Sometimes, you know, these plugins, you know, the way Yahoo ranks is a little bit different, so they can't associate it with this number. So their ranking is a little bit different. So you have to go there, learn more information about them. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we can see that, you know, WooCommerce is definitely doing a lot better than I am as far as, you know, the page rank. But you know what? I have a great link strategy. Okay? If you write an excellent article for your keyword phrase, you will rank even with a page rank of 0. Okay? Use high-ranking sites like YouTube and link back to your website using those keyword phrases. Notice I took advantage of YouTube and I linked back from YouTube. Okay? I targeted low competition keyword phrases, and that was a low competition keyword phrase that I targeted. So, and I'll be indexed in other search engines as well. If you remember to watermark your images. Now, a lot of images I don't watermark because I probably should watermark them, should practice what I preach. Some of them I'll watermark, some of them I won't. If I steal them, I usually don't watermark them. So, you can even beat the inventors of their own products in other search engines like Bing. Okay? So here, if we type in my keyword phrase, WooCommerce variations and swatches, you can see that I'm right here 2 times. Okay? In Yahoo, you can see that I'm on the front page right below the images. But notice this. See those images right there? Those are my images. What if I would have watermarked them, had A1 Website Pro across them? You see, I could have took advantage of this advertisement for myself. Okay? Now, look at Bing. Number 1. Okay, so I'm real happy because I even beat the makers of their own product because I have a great link strategy and I have great content on my page whenever it comes to WooCommerce variation swatches. Okay? So, here's your homework assignment. Using these strategies, find a low competition keyword phrase to use, like we talked about in the Google Keyword Planner yesterday. Write an article in your own website that relates to the theme of your website. Okay? So Kim is Learn Web Strategy, and Dave is Web Development Youngstown. So you want to write something that relates to the theme of your website. Those that make it to page 1 for the keyword phrase will get 5 points on the assessment. Now that includes Google, Bing, Yahoo, and image search also counts. So all you have to do is rank on the first page, whether it's be the Google Web, Yahoo Web, Bing Web, or their image results. So that'll account for 5 points on the assessment. All right, so about videos. If you need help making a video, you can visit my website and type in Movie Maker. Make sure you save the video files as your keyword phrase. Okay, so edit movies with Windows Live Movie. Okay, so there's a tutorial on there. All right, are there any other questions about the page rank and how to read the stats and so on and so forth? All right, cool deal. You good, Tim? Or, I called you Tim, David. Sorry about that. All right. So anchor links. Jim Rohn says effective communication is 20% what you know and 80% how you feel about what you know. Okay? So that's kind of the truth. Now, people want to get to the content fast. Anchor links within a web page help people to get to the part of the content that interests them the most, okay? It also helps other websites link to relevant content on your web page. You know, if you have a very long web page with a lot of content, you should be practicing on-page anchor links, okay? Anchor links acts like a table of content for your web page, and it's a great thing to use for search engine optimization. They act like quick links on a web page, and it will zoom the visitor to a certain location on your website that has that particular content. Okay? You can install the Better Anchor Links plugin in WordPress CMS, and it will dynamically make anchor links based upon your heading tags. Okay? So here we have my website. I have an article about create a widget for WordPress control visibility. And you see I have a table of contents. When they click on those links, it will anchor them to that section of the page where they could get to the content faster. I showed you this guy's, I think yesterday or the day before. Okay, so this is the plugin right here. It's called Better Anchor Links. And this is in your course material, so you guys want to get this installed on your website. But all you have to do is install this particular website. Make sure it's by Ludic Malakar. Okay, because I've already tested this out, and this is a great plugin to have within your website so people get to the content faster. All right, and if you install that, it operates off of your H1 tags, and will automatically create that that thing that you see here in the red box. So you don't have to do anything else but install that plugin and use your H2 tags like we talked about in your articles. Okay, is there any questions about the better anchor links? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah? Okay. All right, good. All right, so now here's where you guys have the opportunity to make some decent money with AdSense, Google AdSense. Now, it just makes sense, and it's also good for websites that like to serve a lot of content, which both your websites should. Why use Google AdSense? They are the highest paying advertisement agency for websites, okay? They serve relevant content to your visitors. By having Google AdSense on your website, you not only get income from it, you benefit from serving your visitors with relevant ads that are linked to relevant pages on the internet. Okay, let's talk about an example. I type in web development and design, okay, and these are my search results. We can see that A1 Website Pro's there. When we visit my web page, look what we have over here on the left. GoDaddy. What's GoDaddy about? GoDaddy's about web development and design. If we go over here on the right, we have an ad from Adobe. What's Adobe about? Well, of course, they serve web development and design software. So we see that I didn't choose these ads. Google chose them for me because they wanted to serve relevant content according to whatever their user was searching in the search engine. When they get to my website, there's a cookie that's brought over, and it's served within my website to the visitor. So now that they're looking for web development and design, they have a better chance of also clicking on the ads. And when they click on the ads, what does that do? That gives me a good link strategy because it links them to relevant content, and I get a little kickback for every time somebody clicks on one of those ads. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. As long as you're writing good, deep, informative material, Google will approve you for this program. Now, applying for Google AdSense, number one, you have to have a website with content on it. Okay, so you guys aren't ready to apply for Google AdSense yet, but once you do, once you start getting content on your website, you'll be able to apply for this program. You can enroll in the AdSense program by going here. And what you want to do is use your Gmail. Use your Gmail for everything that's in your business there. Okay? After that, you'll have to wait a week or two before Google comes and visits your site to see. Do you have a question, Kim? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just make, use the one Gmail for everything that has to do with your web development. Send it to me, and we'll start using it too. Because the more you use that Gmail account and all the APIs associated with it, the better. Okay. All right. So during the sign-up process, you'll have to promise a few things. Number one, you will not click on your ads on your site. Okay. Number two, you cannot have pop-ups on your site. Number three, you can't tell people to click on the ads, and you can't try to trick them to click on your ads. Okay, you can't do that kind of stuff. You have to promise that you won't. Okay, so for help with AdSense, you'll go to A1 Website Pro, type in AdSense, and you will see a video tutorial on how to apply for an AdSense and insert your ads. Okay. Are there any other questions about AdSense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so let's go to SERP and indexing. Submitting URLs to Google. Okay, so let's say that, Dave has written a beautiful article about web development design and a strategy, and he's talking about his course and the things that he's learning. And, he wrote this all out in an article, and he's ready for Google to come and say, hey, you know what, we're going to index this. And so how do you tell Google that you're ready? How do you tell them that, you know, hey Google, I want you to come and spider my site. Okay, so this is what we're going to be talking about. SERP. As we have learned, it's an acronym for Search Engine Rank Position. Okay, it's also an acronym for Search Engine Results Page. But I like the rank position because it's all about rank, right? So whenever you want to make money with a website, it's about where you're ranking. You know, we don't care about the people that come in on the second page or the third page. We want to be on that first page. So this determines where a web page shows up in the search engines. Look at Google's submissions like dominoes, okay? Everything has to be in place before you knock over that first domino. Like my little graphic here, little dominoes going around in circles. Okay, so that's how we kind of have to look at it. So you want to prepare before you submit. Set up everything like we have discussed before asking to be indexed in the search engine. Go over and over your web page. You know, make sure that you've addressed all the elements that we talked about. Remember Mark Twain. It takes him 3 weeks just to prepare a good impromptu speech. Take your time. Think about that article. Make sure that you have the content and the media. You know, a lot of times, you know, people don't realize it takes work to get indexed. You know, you can't pay your way to the top anymore. It used to be you could. You know, maybe a millionaire can pay a guy $3,000 a month to go in and research his entire business, you know, but that's the only way that you're going to be able to do it. Otherwise, you need the person who knows the most about your business to be running your website. That's what you need. Okay? Make good use of the Yoast WordPress plugin to determine your keyword density and its use. All right? Everything should be as perfect as you can make it before the big day of asking to be indexed. Publishing and indexing are two different things. Do not get them confused. Just because you publish a web page does not mean it's going to be indexed. Okay? We will study this more in Lesson 7. However, we will now learn the steps of what it takes to have a web page indexed in the Google search engine. Okay, what I want to do first before we get into that is get back to your websites here. Let's go to the dashboard, and let's go ahead and look at these plugins, okay? Now, we want the Yoast SEO plugin. I want to make sure that both you guys have this. So I'm going to install them in both. Activate the plugin. And that way, when we go through our lessons, right down here is the Yoast SEO plugin and everything has to do with it. So let me go to Learn Web Strategy. And we'll go down to Plugins, Add New, go to Yoast, search Plugins, Install Now, okay, Activate Plugin. Okay, so now Yoast is installed on both of those websites. Okay, so we're going to study this more in Lesson 7. But submitting a URL to Google, what we want to do is we want to type in Google Webmaster Tools. We want to click on the link, and you're going to see a screen like this, okay? Now, you guys could do this later. I'm recording this lesson. I'll be uploading it to YouTube and sending it to you, all right? Enter your web address, URL, and then click Add a Site, okay? Just like that there. All right. Now, if you're familiar with FTP and uploading, you can download and upload an HTML file to the root directory of your website. Okay, but we have some good news here. For those on a WordPress content management system, the process is a lot easier with the Yoast plugin. So we're going to click on Alternative Methods and see where it says HTML tag. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to take this little code right here, okay, and we're going to scroll down to our Yoast plugin and click on Dashboard, and we're going to scroll down where it says Webmaster Tools and Google Webmaster Tools. We're going to enter our site verification there, then click Save Changes. Then we're going to go back to our Webmaster Tools and we're going to click the Verify button, okay, and then we'll get a sign that says this: congratulations, you have successfully verified your ownership of this website. and then you'll click continue, and you'll be logged in to your Google Webmaster Tools. Remember, don't get this confused with AdSense or AdWords. This is Google Webmaster Tools. Now we're going to scroll down to where it says crawl on the left, all right? And that'll open up a menu, a child menu, and we'll click Fetch as Google. And we're not going to put anything in this URL, all right? But what we'll put in this URL is the link to the article after, like learnwebstrategy.com/ whatever that pretty permalink is, all right? Just like redirect IP address using htaccess was one of my pretty permalinks. So, and then we'll click Fetch, just like that. Okay, and then you're done. That's how easy it is. Google will now fetch your URL, spider it, index it according to their algorithm. Usually this process only takes a few minutes, but can take days before you're indexed within a new site. Now, let's say this is a brand new, we want them to spider our entire website. Okay, we would not put anything in that box. Okay, but to submit just a specific page like you guys have in your homework assignment, you want to use this method here because you're going to be submitting a page, and you guys will have the weekend to do this. So other than that, you're done. Do you guys have any questions on the Google Webmaster Tools? I have it in the course materials as well. All right. Okay. So backing up your website, there's the easy way and there's the thorough way. Okay, so this is going to be important to you guys as you go on, because as you put a lot of work, time, and effort into your websites, you want to be able to back it up and save your work. So here's the easy way. In the WordPress dashboard, you'll go down to Tools, and where it says Export, you'll choose All Content. Okay, and then you'll click Download the export file. Save the file to your desktop, and you're done. Okay. So that's the quick method. But this does not back up your media. Okay, so all your pictures and stuff like that, you would have to re-upload from wherever you saved it. So how do we back up our media and stuff? Let's do it the thorough way now. The thorough way is you log into your cPanel with your username and password. Scroll down to where it says Backup Wizard. Okay? Okay, and then you'll have these 3 steps. All right? Select Backup. And then we want a full backup, all right? This will back up not only your media, but your database as well, okay? And you want to generate a full backup in your home directory, okay? That means that it's going to keep a copy of that file right on the server for you. And then maybe you want to get an email whenever, the backup is done. Click Generate Backup, and you're done. So that's almost just as easy as backing it up in WordPress. But you're going to see a little message telling you that the backup is in progress, and you'll receive an email when it's complete. Then you can log back into your cPanel and download all your files, including your media, your databases, plugin files, theme files, WordPress files. So you'll have all of this information backed up, and you can download it to your WordPress. Okay. Or download it to your computer. I'm sorry, not your WordPress. Download your WordPress to your computer. Are there any questions on the lesson today? We good? Okay. All right, so the next lesson, which is tomorrow, or on Monday now, at 8 o'clock, we're going to be talking about content management system additions, plugins, modules, custom work, social media sharing integration, making money with affiliates, and setting up an Amazon affiliate account, which is another way where you guys will be able to generate a lot of revenue. Okay? So, are there any questions on what we talked about today? Or do you guys have any other questions on your websites? Okay, so your AdSense, whenever you set up a Google AdSense account, okay, they're going to be setting you up an account, and the money is going to be collected in your Google account, all right? what you'll do is you'll connect your bank account to your Google account. And whenever it reaches a threshold of $100, they make a deposit. They usually do it monthly. Okay? Now, there's another, whenever you set it up with an Amazon affiliate, you're going to have an Amazon account. That kind of works the same way as your Google AdSense. They have a little account there for you. You connect it to your bank account, and you transfer them. They'll transfer the money whenever you reach a certain threshold. And that's how that works. They just directly deposit it straight into your bank account. Well, it ranges. It ranges. Let me show you something here. So if you go to a1websitepro.com, you'll notice I have different size ads, okay? The bigger the ad, the more the payout. So this ad right here is a 200 by 600, okay? That'll pay more than a 250 by 250, okay? So, and it depends on the importance of the website. So if I have a lot of really good content here, okay, and the Google's going to know it, and they're going to know where my web page is ranking for that keyword phrase. So these people right here are going to pay more to be on my website than they are to be on other people's website, and Google's going to help them set that price. So this click could pay me anywhere from 20 cents to $3.50. Okay? So it's all dynamically generated. I've even seen, well, I've seen, other clicks, as low as like 10 cents a click. But you know what? If you're getting 10,000 people coming to your website a day, and half of those people click on an ad, that's some pretty decent money, But the trick is that you guys follow what we're talking about in the course materials, and you write deep, informative content. And you have, because if Google knows that you're indexing well for a keyword phrase, they're going to increase these ad spots right here for you. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be like, absolutely. You choose where the ad is placed. You can only display to 3 ads on one web page. So you'll notice this web page here, my home page, I got 1, 2, 3 ads here. Okay, now let's go to maybe one of my blog posts or my main blog page, okay? If we go to my main blog page, you'll notice that I have 1, 2, 3, right? That's all I have, them 3 spots, because you're only allowed to have 3 AdSense on the other page. So which leaves it open if you want more ads. See, if you scroll clear down this page, you notice I don't have anything else on my sidebars, okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys how to get involved in other affiliate accounts. Bing has something that's going now that's a lot like Google AdSense, where they're paying per click. And, Amazon, you can put your Amazon ads on the sidebars and stuff too. But remember, you want relevant content in these sidebars, okay? You don't want to advertise budget rental car in your sidebars. If I'm talking about web development and design, I don't want to add here for budget rental car, because that'll make me look like a spammy site, and I don't want to look like a spammy site. I want to have a site that serves relevant content to my visitors. Yes, based upon whatever the person's searching for. Exactly. Unless I was talking about budget rental cars. But you'll notice victims of SEO fraud through emails. Okay, so let's just Google that. Victims of SEO fraud through emails. You see right here, I'm Googling this. Google knows that that's what I'm looking for. Whenever I go here and I click on my link for victims of SEO fraud, these people are going to have relevant content here. All right? Now notice here, every click counts. All right? That has to do with SEO, or search engine optimization. Free backlink checker. That also has to do with search engine optimization and being a victim through email, you know. Now, you notice this security window film popped up here. Now, why did that pop up? Well, it's because I have a client that sells this stuff, all right? And so I was searching yesterday for security window film. So Google knows, Google served 2 ads that are relevant to my content here, okay? Now the security window film is something that me as a user was searching for personally yesterday. So they put that in there, okay? Which if someone clicks on that, you know, in fact, if you guys just go to my website right now, if you look at these sidebars, you'll notice it's something that you were searching for in Google, or something related to your search in Google before, okay? Now, I'm not necessarily crazy about this showing up on my website. You know, I'd rather it be something about SEO. But that person is more than likely going to click on that anyway and make me a couple of bucks because they were searching for security window form the day before. But notice that these first 2 ads are related to search engine optimization. And then Google finally ran out of ads that are related to that, and they kicked back to whatever the user was searching for before, and they're serving that ad up. And that's the way I have it set up in my AdSense. Right, exactly. Look at this, Adobe Creative Cloud. Why am I seeing this? Because I'll look up stuff about Adobe, Adobe Dreamweaver, Adobe, Encores, different things like that. Now I'm getting this is Rackspace. You know what Rackspace is? It's a hosting company. Okay, so that's why that's being displayed. All right. So yeah, they want to serve relevant content on my Facebook page as well. So, all right, are you guys good to go? All right, I'll see you guys Monday morning at 8 o'clock. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to email me, and then we'll gear up for Monday, see what you could do about that article over the weekend. We'll see how you rank in your websites.